Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you how to make this cute little hot chocolate ornament. For this you will need some yarn, so I'm using red and white for the cup and then pink and white for the little marshmallows, then some little safety eyes, a little stitch marker. I'm using 4mm crochet hook because that's what it was for the yarn I'm using, some scissors and some filling for the inside for the hot chocolate. We're gonna start with our mug. So take your yarn, make a slip knot, and we're gonna chain 4. And then take your hook and go into the first stitch here. Take your yarn, pull through, and pull through again. So we're just connecting this with a slip stitch, and this forms a little circle. And now chain 1, and we're gonna do 6 single crochets inside the circle. So just put your hook in the middle here. Take your yarn and just make a single crochet. And after you're done, just put your hook into the first stitch and we're gonna connect again with a slip stitch. And now we finished our first row. So now I will chain 1 and take my stitch marker and put it into the first stitch so I know where it is, because sometimes it's a bit hard to see and everything is so small. And then we're gonna do increases in each stitch. So take your hook and put into the first stitch here and make a single crochet, and then into the same stitch make another single crochet to make an increase. And we keep doing increases into each stitch, so in total in the end you should have 12 stitches. And now after you're done, take your stitch marker out. And again you're gonna connect with a slip stitch with your first stitch was. And now you should have 12 stitches on your row. So again, chain 1, put your stitch marker in the first stitch. And now we're gonna work again increases, but in every second stitch. So first we're gonna do single crochet, and then in the next stitch we're gonna do an increase. And then again do a single crochet, and next one an increase. And so keep doing this till the end, and in the end you should have 18 stitches in total. And then again, when you're done, connect it with a slip stitch. And chain one. And chain one. And for the next row, we're gonna start doing our rim for the cup. So we're gonna work single crochets, no increases, just single crochets, but in the back loop only. So we chained one, and now we're gonna go, if you see this V, just in the very beginning. And again. And do this 18 times. And again connect it with the first stitch. You can see this is going to start going up. So again, chain one, put your stitch marker in the first stitch. So now we're gonna keep doing this single crochet all around, but as normal, no back loop only, just normal single crochets. And we keep doing this for 5 rows, and I'm gonna meet you after you're done. And after you're finished doing this for 5 rows, it should look something like this. And don't finish your row yet, so don't connect it. We're gonna now change the color. So just put your hook into the first stitch, pull out thread, and now we're gonna attach your white yarn. So just take your white yarn and pull through these 2 red ones. Just pull everything together so it's nice and tight. And chain one. Just mark your first stitch. And you can also cut off the red yarn. And just secure it, so I just do a little knot. And now again, we're gonna keep doing single crochets for 18 stitches for 2 rows. So after you're done with the white, we're gonna do the same thing again and just put your hook through the first stitch, pull through, And don't finish this stitch, and again we're gonna now change the yarn to brown. So take the yarn and pull through, and again the same way, just secure it. So we're gonna cut off the white and do a little knot here. And now before we start doing anything, you can put your safety eyes in. And now we're gonna start doing our brown yarn. And for the first row, we're gonna do single crochet in the back loop only again for 18 rows. So chain 1, just go on the very first. Let's do this for 18. Then again connect it with a slip stitch. After the first row, it would be a good time to start stuffing your hot chocolate. So just take your little stuffing bit and just put it in. And now for second row with the brown yarn, you're gonna chain 1 and do single crochets all around as normal, but you're gonna do some decreases. So you're gonna do every second stitch, you're gonna do a decrease. For first stitch, just do single crochet. And then we're gonna put your hook in the second stitch, pull through, and then put your hook through the other stitch, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So we made a decrease, and now again we're gonna do a single crochet, and then a decrease, and again a single crochet and a decrease, and do this till you reach the end of the row. Then again connect with a slip stitch, and as you can see, it is closing up. And now for the last row, we're gonna do decreases, single crochet decreases for 6 times. Now just chain 1 and pull through like a longer tail, because we're gonna use it to sew the end together. So take your needle and your yarn, and we're just gonna go into each stitch to close it off. and just pull to close it off. And I just pushed it in so it is nice and flat. And then just fasten it off. And just put this through to hide the yarn. It's nice and hidden, and then just cut this. So now your little pot is done, and we just need to do the handle and the two marshmallows. Now we're gonna do a marshmallow, so just take your white yarn. We're gonna do one in pink and one in white. So start with the slip knot and do the same as before. So we're gonna chain 4, then connect the slip stitch with the first chain here. And chain 1, and now we're gonna do 6 single crochets inside this little circle. And now again connect it with the slip stitch. And then again connect it with the slip stitch. And now we're gonna just take our yarn and fold it. Cut it and leave a tail. So for the end, just pull tightly and cut the remaining yarn. I chose to stuff it a little bit, but I don't know if you actually need to, because it is already so small. And then take your needle and then we're gonna go through this loop here to just secure it. And then we're gonna go in a back loop of each stitch to close it off. Then just pull through. And we have our little marshmallow. And I would just leave this tail a bit longer because then we can use to sew it. The only thing I would just maybe go in the middle and kind of put it to a side because we're gonna sew it like a little sideways, and that's done. So just make another one in pink. Okay, so after you finish the marshmallows, we're gonna do the little handle. So take your yarn, make a slip knot, and chain 7. And I'm just gonna do single crochets for the whole row. And after, we just gonna chain the full yarn through. Leave quite a long yarn so because then you can use it to stitch it, to sew it to the hot chocolate. And now all your pieces are done. So you have your little chocolate, 2 marshmallows, and a little handle. So for the little handle you would just attach it like so. And then with the marshmallows, we're just gonna add it like here, kind of diagonal. So let's just do that. And to fasten the yarn off, I just do a little knot here. And just gonna put this inside. And the marshmallows attached, and this I'll just cut it off. And then the same way attach the other marshmallow and the little handle. And now after we finish doing the handle and the marshmallows, we're gonna do the last finishing touches. So the little blush here, the smile, and a little thing to hang it on. So first, for the little blush, just take your pink yarn, just take a bit. So I would just do a knot on one side and then take your needle kind of find where you're gonna do it. So I think I'll just do mine here and here. So just go from the side. Just go to here and then here and here. If you're happy with your blush placement, you can just keep it as is. And then for the end here, so just tie a knot. And we're just gonna put it some inside, so just whenever. And then do exact same thing on the other side. If you made it slightly too tight, you can always pull it out a bit with your needle, so it's nice and loose. And after you're happy with your blush placement, we're gonna do a little mouth here. So take your black yarn, and because I want the smile to be very small, I'm gonna take just a few strands, because at least the yarn I'm using, it is, I think, 6 in total. So maybe I'll just take 2. And then the same way as with blush, we're just gonna put it through. So I'm just going here. And I'm gonna do a little stitch here. And then come back again. You can tie a little knot and then just hide the yarn. And in the same way as before, we're just gonna hide it inside. And then the last step is to have a little strap. And then just tie a little knot. And then I would just pull it so the knot actually is hidden inside. And after this, you're officially done with your little hot chocolate. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my future videos. Bye!